Hey, this is just going to be a real quick commentary. Sean Hannity, Five Line Hannity on Faux News, formerly known as Fox News, continues to root for war instead of just report on the war, which I'm finding a lot of the media doing that. But last night, he went ahead and had actor Sean Penn on his show and did about a 25-minute interview with him, a little longer with the commercial breaks. But Sean Penn certainly nowhere near aligned, supposedly, with Sean Hannity when it comes to the ideology of politics. Now, let me just say, for full disclosure, I talk a lot about people like Jimmy Dore here. I put Jimmy Dore from time to time on my radio show. He and I are not politically aligned on a lot of things, but there are certain things where the progressive left and the conservative right are really united. And the biggie is the freedom of speech and, holding the government accountable and not going along with all of the PR talking points of the lying legacy corporate corrupt mainstream media. But I found it interesting he had Sean Penn on there because Sean Penn had been spending time over in Ukraine working on a documentary. Now, of course, you knew where the piece was going to go, and it was all pro-Zelensky, and, Sean Penn can see it in Zelensky's eyes and the eyes of the people. They're united, and they're going to beat Russia. And here you go. It's just the pure propaganda talking points. Okay. But if I were Sean Hannity, I would have asked some more interesting questions. Things like, so tell us, Sean, do you actually work for the CIA? You ever thought about all the places Sean Penn is? He's always around the world. He goes to Castro's Cuba and tells us that things there are wonderful, not like the so-called propaganda we're being spoon-fed. He went to North Korea and walked around and said, they have freedom here. And so now, here's Sean Penn, who is just nothing but a shill for libloonism. And Sean Hannity gives him 30 minutes on the so-called leader of conservative news to give us the propaganda for war. Let that sink in.